Yeah,
Do you attribute that to the Aces defense or just an off night shooting?
we just missed shots.
What's the attribution though?
We missed.
So an off night shooting.
We just missed shots.
Defensively, it seemed like maybe ran out of gas a little bit towards the end. How would you assess your guys' defensive performance tonight?
I don't think we ran out of gas. I don't. Is that a question? You're telling me we ran out of gas, or
I'm
do you?
asking, yeah.
Okay, no, I don't think we ran out of gas.
Okay, so how would you assess your guys' defensive performance tonight?
It wasn't good enough to win.
All right, I guess that's it for me.
Let's go to Steven Gardner.
Hey, Coach. So, kind of going off of going off of your recent answer and saying that you didn't feel like the defense was bad. Do you feel like it was the turnovers, specifically the live ball turnovers? You guys had 10 of them today to kind of put your defense in compromising position.
Yeah, it hurt us. It wasn't great that we were able to do that. It wasn't good that we weren't able to play as physical as they were playing against us either. I was sat in the corner early, like the refs wouldn't talk to me, and it's a shame, really. So we got to have some integrity. Like I always be held to a higher standard, like of how I have to conduct myself. But then, like it's a lot of accountability not being out there. So I thought we got put behind the 8 ball early.
Thanks, Steven. We'll go to Rafiq. Last question.
This is Ralph about that sports talk. What are your plans to bounce back from this L when you go up against the Phoenix Mercury?
Repeat that, please. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said, what are your plans to bounce back from this loss when you go up against the Phoenix Mercury to finish the regular season?
We just want to play as good as we can.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Coach.
I got 2 more people.
Oh. Same people.
All right.
games against the Aces, they really jumped out to huge leads. Tonight, you guys were able to keep it close in the first 5 minutes, but then fell to that 14-point deficit by the end of the first quarter. What was keeping you guys from maintaining a closer deficit?
Like we made a point of it like first 5 minutes, but maybe you have to be point like we want to play every 5 minutes. And I think today we kind of lost that a little bit because we talked a lot about defense because we know they're very aggressive in the beginning. But I felt like kind of that we kind of lost our aggressiveness in offense. We didn't find the solutions that we usually do. So we just have to work it both ways. We did okay in defense in certain moments, but we just have to keep being aggressive and not overthink everything. I think that's what we did today.
Yeah, do you think overthinking led to some of the shooting problems? Because 3 for 21 from 3 is not typical for this team.
Yeah, maybe. There were some open shots that we visibly hesitated, and then shots that we took that we shouldn't have taken. So we know that we have to play inside out. That's what's really working for us. Shots are gonna fall, but on a day like today, we just have to find different solutions, and we didn't.
And then cut it to 6 in the third. You guys seem to have found your inside game, but then again, they were able to jump out to another double-digit lead. Was it stamina, or what do you think led to that lead being extended by them in the third?
We just have to keep pushing. I feel like we were close and then we relaxed again. And like Coach said in the locker room, like every little mistake turns into 3 or an open layup, and we get punished immediately. So we just have to be on the same page. That's like the main thing. Be on the same page and make sure that we can make mistakes, but just have to, scramble after that and keep going. We're a really good team. We just have to be locked in.
That's it for me.
Last two, we'll go to Mike and then Rafiq. We'll go to Mike first. Mike.
Hey, Emma, when you look at this team, obviously every single game so far throughout this season between the matchups and the Commissioner's Cup and the 2 other games you played against them, they're tough-fought battles. And going into the playoffs, this is one of those teams outside of the Sky themselves are going to be a very difficult team to handle for the majority of the league. When you look at this team potentially having to face them in the playoffs at some point, what do you think you guys have to do differently to really get their number?
Be consistent 40 minutes. We have to be locked in defense, know their tendencies. That was kind of one of the keys. And also be aggressive in offense. We know that we have a lot of IQ, we have a lot of talent in this team. And when we are on the same page and we know what we want, we're good. We've proven it in the past against the Aces, like first game. I think we'll find solutions. We'll talk about this game, what we have to do better. We just have to put everything together, not only defense, not only offense, just everything together.
And then obviously there's a lot more basketball to be played until the end of the season is officially over. But for your first season about to come to an end for the regular season as a member of the Chicago Sky, how can you recap your first season playing here?
It was interesting. I think it was a huge evolution. Obviously, people coming in late. For once, I wasn't in training camp, but I was together with Dana, the only one, and Sloot and Ali. But by the time that the team was complete, I still had to get used to everything, as did the team. And I think some of that evolution is still happening. So it's good. We know that we can do better. We know that what we have to work on. So we know that we're going to be better in the playoffs.
Thanks, Emma.
Welcome.
Last question will go to Rafiq. Please ask your questions slowly. Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. I just want to ask you, the team shot about 3 for 21 from the field. What are your impressions? What do you need to work on as far as having better shot selections going to the next matchup against the Mercury?
Better shot selections.
You said a better shot selection and having confidence. I think, like I said before, we overthought a little bit the open shots that we got, the rhythm shots, and then we shot some shots where we maybe should have passed it through and keep on playing like the extra pass. But I think a bad shooting day can happen to everybody. We know that we have professional players that know what they have to do to get the shot back.
And thoughts on the way Clea Copper played tonight? She's basically all the offense you had.
Thoughts on
most of
Kaw's play
the-
tonight? Thoughts on Kaw's play tonight?
Ka, I mean, she's a great player and she's so athletic, but you can't have just Ka doing it. You have to play. Everybody has to step up a little bit more, and she can't like take all that scoring load on her. But I'm a fan of Ka.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Emma.
You guys were able to keep things close in those first 5 minutes, but then they ended the first quarter up 14. Emma talked about needing to put together the defense with the offense. What would you attribute, or would you agree with that? That aggressiveness on defense led to maybe some issues on offense.
Yeah, I think she hit it right on the nose. And I think that sometimes we just compounded the same mistakes, back to back, instead of making a quick adjustment. But yeah.
Is there something specific about this team that is a struggle for you guys to overcome? And what have you guys learned in all of these losses to the Aces this year?
Yeah, I think our starts have definitely got to be better, but I think our offense. We were 3 for 21 from three. That's not us. I think we got to be confident, taking shots and just being aggressive offensively. We're a really good offensive team. We can talk about the defense, but our offense wasn't really there today.
And then the number one seed is still on the line with a win Sunday. Aces lost Sunday. So how are you guys approaching, trying to regain that?
Just trying to stay up, never get too high, never get too low. Like I just don't think it's rock bottom. We're 2 right now, so we still have an opportunity to finish first. So just trying to just be like on to the next and take care of business and hope for the best.
All right, last one will go to Rafiq on Zoom. Please ask your question slowly, Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. Can you hear me?
This the guy from All Star?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. With the top spot in the WNBA tied up, like, how are you embracing this playoff pressure? I mean, the pressure of getting number one seed in the WNBA.
What are you asking? How do I approach the pressure?
I mean, how is this? Talk about the pressure of having to get the number one seed in the WNBA going to the playoffs.
I don't think it's no pressure. I just think we just gotta take care of business.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Rafiq.